Hey guys, what's up? It's Jeff from GameSlean TV. We're here at E3 2014. We were just checking out Grey Goo. I'm here with Andrew. Andrew, I've played a lot of RTSs. Tell us what's different about this one from the other ones.
Well, we really wanted to go back to the core of RTS with Grey Goo and say, hey, let's bring something to the fans that's going to remember of the days that the genre was born. Back when, people were playing Dune 2 or they're playing Command & Conquer. Let's get that great core RTS. There's three core pillars for RTS, which is all about, economic management, your base building and your core combat. And we wanted to bring those balances back because over the last 20 years, they've kind of gone out of whack and people have kind of gone off with gimmicks. So in addition to that, we said, hey, players, we know you guys play a specific way. You know that, there's people who like to turtle, there's people who like to be aggressive, and there's everybody in between. And we wanted to give a great experience where people can find factions in the game that they'll really attribute to and then really say, hey, this is me, this is how I like to play, and then be able to play it in any way they wanted to.
All right, yeah, that sounds awesome. I noticed from what I got to play, each faction, had its own way of playing. So we're not looking at an APM fest here. No, not a total click fest. Fastest clicker wins at this point. Then.
Absolutely not. We wanted to bring strategy back to real-time strategy, and that part of that strategy isn't just the execution. Execution is important, and there is elements for it in Grey Goo, but it's not everything, right? There's all about the strategy of how you want to attack your opponent, where do you attack your opponent tactically on the map, and those types of elements that come out of the combat is also what we wanted to bring in and highlight. So there's strategies for how you set up your economics, how you lay out your base, how you go and engage your opponent with your actual combat units, and bringing that all together so they're all equally important is really what we focused on.
Oh, terrific. Yeah, like I said, I played some of the multiplayer matches, and here I was playing against the AI. I really did notice that, too. It was more about the terrain, not so much the micro, but more about actually like where you're placing your units, how you could hide them under the trees. That was a really cool concept. So I definitely look forward to playing more of that. So, like I said, I only tried the multiplayer aspect. Is there a meaty single-player campaign behind this with a story to kind of drive everything forward?
Absolutely. We're actually doing a 15 mission campaign. Through that campaign, you're going to get to play all three races. And the lore about it's really rich as well. We spent a lot of time developing a really rich world with Greybox to say, hey, where does this world exist? Why do people want to play into it? And part of the lore is really kind of centered around humanity and their first exposure to alien life. So to give you kind of a little bit of a brief synopsis of it, humanity went out and explored the universe. They said, hey, let's find life. Let's see if we can find some other sentient life. We're ready for that first contact. Nothing happens. They find nothing. But they find 9 ecosystems, basically 9 planets that can support life. They have alien plant life, but it's not what they were really kind of looking for. So they recede back to Earth and say, okay, we're just going to kind of develop our tech. All of a sudden, somewhere out of the blue, one of the ecosystems sends a beacon back saying, hey, something's going on here. Humanity sends out a spaceship, goes and says, hey, let's go take a look at Ecosystem 9, which is where everything's recurring. When they get there, they realize there's an alien life on the planet, the sentient race, the beta. And that interaction of what happens in that story of humanity's first contact with the beta and all the events that surrounded that occurring is what Grey Goo is all about.
Awesome. I like I said, can't stress enough. Super excited. We got a release coming out later this year. I believe you said fall of 2014, correct?
Yep, we're coming out this fall of this 2014. We're just now ramping up and opening up the beta. So if you go to greygoo.com, you can actually sign up for the beta. You can follow us on Twitter as well, using hashtag @GreyGoo or @GreyGooGame.
All right. Well, real excited to play. Any last words that you want to let us know about the game or anything we should be looking forward to?
The game itself, we're really excited to get it out there for the players and get everybody's feedback and have a great time playing it.
Hell yeah. I'm excited to play it. Look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.